So today I'm going to show you how to crochet in Waffle Stitch, and we're going to be using Shiny Happy Cotton in chalk yellow and a 4.5mm crochet hook. So firstly we need to make a slip knot and create a foundation chain. So for Waffle Stitch you need to work in multiples of 3 minus 1. So today I'm going to chain 20 stitches, but you can chain as many according to the size or piece that you're making. So yarn over, pull through for your chain stitch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I've got my 20 chain stitches here, and that's going to be my foundation chain. And then I'm going to chain 1 as a turning chain. Now we're going to work in double crochet into the second chain stitch from the hook. So that's the first stitch and that's the second stitch. So yarn over, insert the hook into the second stitch from the hook, yarn over, pull through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now you've got 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So you've completed your first double crochet, and we're going to continue working in double crochet into every chain stitch of the foundation chain. So yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So continue working in double crochet and I'll meet you at the end of this row. So once you've completed the first row of double crochet, we're going to chain 1 to be our turning chain. Then we're going to turn our work and start working on the next row. So the first 2 stitches are going to be double crochet stitches as normal into the top of the stitch below. So yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch below, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Then yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, through 2. Now in the next stitch we're going to start creating the lines of the waffles. So instead of crocheting into the top of the stitch like we've just been doing, we need to crochet into the back of this stitch below. So I'll show you how to do it. Yarn over, insert your hook behind the stitch below, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 as normal, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to do that again. So instead of crocheting into the top, we're going to double crochet behind the stitch, and that will make it stand up. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So for the next stitch, we're going to double crochet into the top of the stitch like before, and the same for the following stitch. And then we're going to do the same as we done with this stitch, where we double crochet behind the stitch to make it stand out from the pattern. So what you'll see when we do the next row is that each of the waffles is made up of clusters of 3. So 1 stitch is standing outwards and then the other 2 stitches are standing behind. So continue in this method until you get to the end of the row. So 2 double crochet stitches into the top of the stitch and 1 double crochet stitch behind the stitch below. And I'll meet you at the end of the row. So I've just finished that row, and now I'm going to chain 1 for the turning chain and turn my work so that we're working into this side. So now we're going to do another row of double crochets, but this time, instead of doing 2 double crochets into the top of these stitches. We're going to do 2 double crochets into the back of these stitches and 1 double crochet into the top of that stitch, of the 3rd stitch. And that's what will maintain the waffle effect. So if you follow with me, so yarn over, insert your hook behind the 1st stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So we'll do the same again. So we're going to be double crocheting behind this stitch, yarn over, insert your hook behind the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. So now we're going to double crochet into the top of this stitch as normal. And now we're going back to double crocheting behind these 2 stitches. So yarn over, insert behind, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. So what you'll see is that by doing that, it means that those stitches are risen and those stitches stay behind, and you'll see the ridge start to be created for the next row of waffles. So just continue with that process of crocheting 2 double crochets into the back stitches and 1 double crochet into the top of 1 stitch. So once you've got to the end of that row, do a turning chain. Now continue repeating these 2 rows where you're either working into the top of the stitch twice, followed by 1 stitch behind, or 2 stitches behind, followed by 1 stitch at the top of the stitch. Between each row, make sure that you do 1 turning chain before turning your work. As you can see here, I've worked 6 rows, and you can see the waffle shape starting to form in the work. So continue repeating those rows until you've got the size that you need for your pattern. Thank you for watching.